Hey y'all, I'm Charly Reynolds. Welcome back to the Hey Char podcast. Today I have the beautiful and talented Hannah Ellis in the house.
Hello.
Thank you so much for doing this and for being here.
My gosh, yeah.
So appreciate it. So we kind of just start every podcast by giving a little background story, where you're from, when you got into music, and when you moved to Nashville.
I love
all the
it.
things.
I love it. All the things.
Yes.
I'm originally from Campbellsville, Kentucky, small town about 2 hours northeast of here.
Awesome.
Man, I got into music because my parents are both great singers. So I grew up and they were singing at weddings on the weekends, and
Fun.
they each were in kind of their own version of a family band. And so music was just always a part of our life growing up, and singing was something that just kind of happened around the house. And I did my first singing contest at like 11, I think it was.
Fun.
So it was just always kind of in the blood for me. And then it was high school, end of high school. I actually love telling this story now because it's way too funny.
Yeah.
I took my little sister to see the Hannah Montana movie.
The best.
And the best, right?
best
I took her
movie.
to see the Hannah Montana movie and had some kind of like out of body existential crisis, and was like, that's what I'm meant to do. I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to be a singer. And
That is
come
awesome.
home. Yeah, I come home. I'm like crying. I tell my parents, and like they're like, okay, well, you have like a full ride scholarship to college. We absolutely support your music dreams, but will you also go to school?
Yeah.
So
like, please do that too.
Right. And so I did. So I went on to the University of Kentucky and did that in 3.5 years, and then moved straight to Nashville from there.
Nice.
And the whole time I was in college, I kind of did the back and forth thing just to kind of like get my feet wet and really start getting used to the community down here, and trying to write with people and going to writers rounds. And so it was really cool. It was a cool experience. And that way when I got here, it wasn't so fish out of water.
Yeah.
I knew a few people. I didn't have my like core group yet, but I mean, there's people that I still am buddies with now that I met, just coming down through college.
Wow, that is crazy. Leave it to Hannah Montana to just
Bring
pull
us all
out those
together.
dreams,
That's
you know?
right, that's
No,
right.
that is awesome. I think like we all have that like one experience where we're
Yeah.
like, that's what I want. Like
Yeah.
that's what I want to do, I
Yeah.
think that's awesome. What kind of music do your parents do? Like, do they do country music when they sing, or?
So, they don't do much anymore.
Yeah.
But when I was growing up, they both sang like a little bit of Christian music, a little bit of country music. But again, it was like they would do a lot of weddings on the weekends
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah, they're both just, my mom was in a band in college called Koinonia. It's like a big vocal band that she was
Okay.
in. And that was like a Christian band. And then my dad did something with his brothers for a little while that was like, I think, a Christian thing as well. But he was definitely the more country influence in the house.
Yeah.
Dad was.
Yeah.
Mom was like Christian music or top 40s. So
Okay,
like
I gotcha.
had like a nice mix.
Yes, you kind of got it all,
That's
right?
right,
That's so
that's
cool.
right.
Awesome. So one thing that I feel like our followers online and stuff don't always get to see is like a day in our life. So I know our days are usually completely different.
Yeah.
But what is like the most common day in your life? Like, what does that look like here, at least here in Nashville?
Okay, if I'm
for a
in
day?
Nashville,
Yeah.
I'll do a
When
day.
you're in town.
When I'm in town, yeah. Because
Yeah.
the day in the life on the road is like chaotic.
Insane.
That's right.
Yeah.
A day in the life here, my husband and I have a pretty like, I don't want to say staunch, but like in a good way, we have a pretty set morning routine where we like get up, he makes the coffee while I make the bed. That's just kind of our like, okay, we're getting settled. We read our Bibles together. We have some form of breakfast and try to, lately, not so successful, but try to get a workout in,
Yeah.
when we can.
Yes.
And so that just really settles us both. We found that those are great ways for us to just like get settled into our days. And then a lot of times when I'm in Nashville, I'm going to a co-write.
Yes.
If I'm not going to the label to work on something for the artist side, we're going in and writing and trying to be on the more creative side of our artistry. And so, you go to a co-write. Usually those start around 11. I would vote they started earlier because usually there's this
Same.
like weird hour to 30 minutes that I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
But usually go co-write, do that for, anywhere we land at 3:30 to 5, depending on the day. And then it's just kind of like back home, probably going to shoot some content for whatever song I'm promoting at the
Yes,
moment. You know, I
yes.
try to like work that in, and like sometimes it happens organically. Sometimes it's okay, I need to sit down, I need to come up with ideas, I need to,
Yeah.
and a lot of times those things are happening on the same day. And I know that you experience this as well. You're trying to switch your brain from being this like creative and like, oh, I'm creating art, to going, okay, now I need to go over here and like put my marketing hat on and like, how do I be cute and clever to sell my song on the internet?
Yeah, no,
it sounds like so
accurate.
silly, but like,
it's like, let me do the fun art part of it that I love.
That's right,
and now let me figure out how to like make them stay for
it.
0.2 seconds in the beginning.
Right.
To see it.
Right. Exactly. I think that's
weird.
what's so interesting. And so it's kind of these two things, but usually those kind of happen in the same day. And then I love to cook. So, when I'm home, we do eat at home a lot, and I love to like experiment with new recipes. I love cookbooks. I love cooking out of cookbooks.
Nice. I see your Instagram stories.
Yeah,
so
right.
It all looks really good.
If you check out my Instagram, you'll believe that. My husband always makes the joke though that like he'll always be like, "Oh, did you like that meal that Hannah made? Cool, you'll never get to have it again because she's just gonna keep making new things."
Yep, that's awesome though. Do you have a new favorite that you've made lately?
Let's see. One that I have made like pretty consistently is like a pad gras pao. I think that's how you say it. It's basically like a Thai beef rice dish, and it's very simple, and like you can kind of do a lot of variations that are like, you know, it's a great clean out the fridge dish,
nice.
Which we like.
Yes.
As far as like veggies and beef, and it's just, we love like Thai food, so it's a flavor profile we really get down on.
Yum.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so good.
Oh, so good. You know, I think like too, having a schedule in the morning is so important. Like, because as musicians, obviously, and artists, our lives don't really have like that set schedule.
Right.
So that's smart to start off your day like with the routine.
That's right.
And just get it started that way, because it might not end that way always.
That's right. And that's the thing is,
it.
our life is so kind of every single day is different. It's like when my family's like, we don't know when to call you. I'm like, I don't know when to tell you to call me. Just call and I'll call back. But like having that morning routine kind of gets us set up, because even this morning was a different day. Like, okay, I had to leave the house earlier than I normally would, but we still tried to like get those main things in.
For sure. And then it just kind of starts it off like set.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Well, speaking of your husband, Nick, so you guys released a song together called Waiting to Die. Tell me about the song and why you decided to put it out together. I
love it so much. I really do. We wrote the song about his grandparents. So his grandparents were married for 67 years. And his grandma died, I guess that was, like 2 years ago now. And so, I mean, it just brings up those conversations of going, like, what would that be like for us after that long with somebody? Like, how is his grandpa supposed to, like, continue on? What does he do from there? And so I just made the comment in passing, you know, I was like, I mean, if that's me and you, I'd just be waiting to die. Yeah. And so I kind of wrote it down like songwriters do. We're always kind of trying to listen. Yes. And I had to write with Nick coming up and our friend Eric Argis. And I was like, guys, I don't know if this is too morbid to write about. And they both were like, no, we love it.
Yeah,
and so
it's great.
And so we just like loved how it turned out. And, you know, it's so funny. One of my favorite lines, Nick was actually the one that made the comment about, I never want to feel like Johnny did. And he said those 6 months that he outlived June. I was like, wait, was it really that short? And we Googled it, and it was actually like 4 months.
Oh, wow.
Or 3 months or something, whatever it was that he put in. But like, it was crazy because we were like, dang, it really was. He died from a broken heart, you know? And so it just was a song that we didn't write it as a duet, though. Okay. We wrote it as just something for me to cut, but it meant so much to both of us. And I think it was actually my A&R that texted me and was like, hey, I'd like to put a vote in for you and Nick to cut this together. And I was like, say less.
Yeah, you're like,
would love to.
Yes.
Would love to. And then we shot the music video in a graveyard. And like, I don't know, it's just like this like kind of romantic, like dark romance thing. And like, yeah.
And what better like person to sing it with? Literally the person you're talking about.
Exactly.
You know, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
And now it's something that we always have because, you know, we did a cover of a song a couple years ago and it like did really well online and stuff. But to have something that we wrote together, recorded together, sang together, it's like that was, it's just special that it exists.
That is so special. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about some of your biggest influences growing up, besides Hannah Montana.
Yes, right.
Who were like some of your favorite women in country music to listen to growing up?
So I was such a 90s baby through and through. Like, I feel like I came up in the greatest era of country music.
Definitely.
GAC and CMT were like always on in our house. Music videos.
Yeah.
The other day we were kind of actually watching a bunch of videos at the house, and every time something would start, I would be like, oh, that's what song this is. And my little brother was like, how do you know? I was like, dude, I do not know. I was like, I know all these videos.
But this was my life.
That's right. That's all I did.
Yeah, when I was little.
That's right. And so a lot of my influences, I mean, just the icons that were Faith Hill and Shania, and Martina was my number one. She was always my number one. The first contest that I mentioned earlier that I sang in when I was 11, I sang A Broken Wing.
Oh, it's my favorite.
It's
Martina
so
song.
good. It's so good. I don't know what 11-year-old me thought she was doing trying to sing that song, but she did.
I bet she killed it.
And I literally like dressed like her album artwork with like the back of her artwork was like she was in this like black top and red leather pants, and so for my first ever performance I wore like a black top and red leather pants. It was to die for.
You have to.
It was iconic. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, literally so iconic. That's awesome. Yeah, Martina is someone who her vocals are just insane, and those songs were so amazing. But A Broken Wing is definitely my favorite Martina song.
Oh yeah,
ever. Talking about Martina, okay, we have to talk about this. You just put out a song with her called "The Women I Am."
Yes.
So tell me first off about the song, but also how this came about. I know you teased like on Instagram the
DMs.
message.
Yes.
Yeah. So was it really through DM?
Yeah. So what it was is she took me out on tour. We were supposed to go on tour. This is actually kind of crazy. Sidebar story really quick.
Yeah.
On March 12th, 2020.
Oh.
I left town to go on tour with her. I flew out at like, my husband dropped me off at the airport at like 5 a.m. By 11 p.m. I was back in Nashville because the world shut down.
Literally that
And so
day.
it was so crazy because like I'd flown all the way to Philly to like open for her. And we kept thinking it was happening, but then like, remember it was like the NBA shut down, and then it's like over a 12-hour day, everything stopped.
That's crazy.
It was crazy, but she was so sweet. Even then, she reached out to me on Instagram and was like, "Hey girl, I'm so sorry this happened." And of course, we had no idea what was going to happen. She's like, "We'll get this back on the books for this summer. It'll be great, la la la." So obviously that got pushed to like, I think I finally went out with her the next fall.
Okay.
But I think like because of that, like there was an open door there, and she was so, oh my gosh, so welcoming on tour.
Awesome.
And like she like invited my mom and I on her bus, and like it was just really, really sweet. And and so then her and I would message every once in a while on Instagram, you know? And so it was cool because like I did just have the song. We wrote it, and like we mentioned her in the song. And so my co-writers and I were kind of like, oh, what if she actually sang on this? Would that be crazy? And so my husband's like, you should just message it to her. And so I did. I just kind of hit her up and was like, hey, this is so random, but like, I love this song. I would love to hear you on this song. We mention you. I think it could kind of be cute and playful.
Yeah.
And literally she hit me back and was like, oh my gosh, I love it. What do you hear me doing on it?
That is so cool.
And I was like, oh my gosh, that was like basically almost a yes.
Yeah. You're like, wow, I think this is actually going to happen.
This is going to happen. And then like, she was just really sweet and accommodating as far as like getting content and getting the song done, and like, has just been such a great partner on the release. And
that is so cool.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine like that feeling. One of your biggest
I mean,
influences,
full circle is like such an
song.
understatement, because, you know, as I was saying to some of my other girlfriends, I was like, there's a song out with me and Martina on it forever.
Yeah.
Like that exists in the world no matter what, you know?
That is so
Which
cool.
was pretty cool.
That is awesome. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that. That is
I
just so
know.
cool.
I know.
So you just released a new song. It's
Yeah.
called Love of My Night. So
Yes.
tell us about that song too.
Yes.
I love all the new releases.
Oh my gosh, I know. So much fun. And like, we wanted to kind of like build up some songs at the beginning of the year, and then we'll just kind of promote all of those through the summer until we kind of release some new stuff in the fall. But yeah, that song is such a blast. So I'm a like huge Sabrina Carpenter fan, and as I mentioned earlier, I'm such a 90s baby. I love those women of the 90s, and so this song kind of has this like Shania Twain, My A&R says it reminds her of Party for Two, and I was like, I can't unhear it, which I love.
Yes.
But it kind of lives in that vein, but it has these like little Sabrina Carpenter nods to it, and
fun.
It was just fun to write. It was my husband Nick and Dan Agees who I wrote it with, and it was just an idea that I had that I was like, I just thought would be fun and playful.
Yeah.
And they were like, heck yeah. And we just had a blast writing it. And
so fun.
We just shot the music video, and it's so cute. Oh my gosh. It's so cute.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Yeah. I can't wait. And you can't go wrong with like Shania Twain and Sabrina Carpenter.
That's right.
This song's going to, yeah.
That was very much the influences. I was like, we need a full out summer bop, like something to like listen to with the girlies. And that's really what it is, you know? It's just it's exactly what it says. You look like the love of my night.
It's like so fun.
It doesn't always have to be that serious.
Yep.
You know?
Yep, just for tonight.
Sometimes it's just entertainment at the bar.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's
like,
awesome.
I didn't actually come home to meet the love of my life.
Yes.
Or go out to meet the love of my life.
Yeah. But love for tonight.
That's right.
That's great. That is so cool. So random question. What is something your fans might be surprised to learn about you?
Let's see. That's a good one. I would say, I don't know. I'm like such an open book on my socials.
Yeah.
That I don't know. I mean, I feel like I can only think of like super obscure things, like the fact that I'm like afraid of the ocean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's one, though. That's one they might not know.
Like I don't like I love being like at the beach. I love being like on the water in a boat, but like getting in the boat or getting in the water makes me like hyperventilate.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you always been like that or no?
No, I don't think I was as a like little kid because we had a lake in our hometown, and so I was like always like fine with that. But then like the older I get, the more aware you are of things, and I joke that everything that lives in the water is better at being in the water than I am. And so I don't love that sense of that lack of control.
Yeah. I understand. The ocean is like a creepy place.
That's right.
I just try not to think about it. I'm
That's
like,
right. And
it's really hot, so I'm just going to pretend
Nick and
I
were talking about like snorkeling is really hard for me.
Yeah.
Like I want to do it. I've tried it a couple times, but every time I like almost have a panic attack.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like, I keep trying to overcome it because I'm like, but it's such a cool experience.
I know.
You know?
I feel that though because I actually just went snorkeling in Key West at the Songwriters Festival.
Yeah.
And I was thinking the same thing. And someone's like, we just saw a shark over there. I'm
yeah.
like, oh, okay, cool. Let's just pretend we're just seeing these little fish.
Right.
Like, and there's no other ocean outside of this reef right here.
That's right.
So I get that. I feel like pretty relatable.
The only other thing I could say on a totally different hand is that I would say fans probably don't know how much I second guess things that I post on the internet.
Yeah.
Because everything, I love it. I appreciate it so much because so many people will message me or tell me in person, like, I love your social media. It's so fun. It's so real. It's so personal. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you for saying that.
Yes.
Because I overthought that post 10 times. Yep. And like, I think it's just a funny thing that what you see on the internet is so curated.
Yeah.
That like, I don't think people do realize that like, I've thought about it,
like a ton.
A ton.
Before hitting post.
Exactly. Yeah. It looks so simple, but it's not always so simple.
Definitely not. Yeah, no, I agree with that entirely. And I think like too, because we have to post so much, then it's like, oh, is this like,
is it redundant?
Or is this, have I already done this song like this a million times?
That's
like,
right.
But like we were talking about earlier, it's, it's for new people every time.
Right.
So
that's right.
It is what it is. If you don't want to see it,
that's right. Hit that mute button, baby.
So sorry. So you had your first ACM nomination last year. Tell me about that and just that feeling of getting nominated.
Man, it was just like overwhelming in the best way. Like I was so surprised. I was so flattered, I guess is the word. Because I mean, it's something that's voted on by your peers, by the people that you work with, but aren't necessarily on your team, are just people that know you and are aware of you, and they're saying, hey, I think she's had a really great year.
Yeah.
And I think that's just such a nod to the hard work that I've put in.
For sure.
And it felt like like kind of an exhale a little bit of going,
Yeah.
okay, we really are doing it and people are noticing that we're doing it. You
Yeah.
know?
And you kind of feel like, I would imagine, almost respected. Like you're like, wow.
Oh my gosh,
I
yes.
think I'm doing something right.
You're like,
you
did
know?
someone just give me a seat at the table?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And especially for new female artist of the year. That is such a huge category.
Yeah. It was just, and I mean, just to be surrounded by some really incredible women. I mean, I think that's it too. It's just so fun to be included in the group and to know that like I've worked hard and it's like my turn and it just really, I feel like, spurred me on for the rest of the year into this year.
Yeah, that is so awesome.
Yeah.
And the ACMs are so fun.
So fun.
And in Frisco, Texas is just
Oh
really
my gosh,
cool.
it's so cute.
It's awesome to get to go down there and do all of that.
Oh, yeah.
That is so fun. What was your favorite part about that night?
Oh man. You know, I loved the carpet. I just love the carpet. I think it's so much fun.
Yes.
But the show itself was really great last year. I mean, when Chris Stapleton and Dua Lipa did their song together,
So cool.
I was like having an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
bet. That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I love that they always bring in like one at least like collaboration.
Yeah,
through
that
the
you aren't
ACMs.
expecting.
Yes,
That's
like
right.
this year was Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
And Rascal Flatts, which was super cool. But they
Yeah.
always like bring in at least one.
Yeah.
And it's really fun to watch that come together.
It is.
So completely going to a different subject
Yeah.
right now, but you are hosting your first golf tournament in Nashville.
Yes.
So tell us the backstory about it and where they can find information on it
Yes,
too.
absolutely. So, you know, it's the 10-year anniversary of my cousin falling in the line of duty. And so I wanted to kind of do something. I'd always wanted to do something to honor him, but also to like honor that whole community of police officers and those who have lost their lives and those who have to kind of go on after. And so this year in October 13th, I'm hosting a golf tournament called the Hannah Ellis Officer Down Golf Classic. And it's going to go to support an organization called COPS, which stands for Concerns of Police Survivors. And so they basically show up right when these tragedies happen, and they kind of walk with the family through those first days, well, for as long as the family needs, you know, that kind of help. And they kind of help them just kind of get life back in order a little bit. It's just an incredible resource for those people. And I saw them, you know, firsthand. And so that was definitely the organization I wanted to give back to with this tournament. And Daniel passed in November, so the October thing was trying to get it as close to that
for sure
as possible. But I'm really excited about it. I love to golf. I've been a golfer for a long time, and I get to play in tournaments, and I'm like, okay, A, there needs to be more female hosted tournaments
for sure,
and B, I loved this cause, and I was like, this is just perfect. It just kind of came together really perfectly.
Yeah, that is so amazing of you to do that. And you have a song called Officer Down.
Yes, exactly.
About this.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. Where can they
find it? Yes.
information?
So the information is actually live now. It's at birdease.com/officer down. But it's BIRDEASE/ I think it's actually, I might have to look. It might be OD Golf Tournament. I'll give it to you and you can put a little
perfect
thing
I'll
up
stick
there.
it up there.
Yeah.
Awesome. So they can find
but that'll all be on my if you go to my Instagram or any of that, there'll be links to all of that.
Perfect. Yeah, that is amazing. I can't wait to see how that
I'm
all
really
turns out
excited
and
about
goes.
it. Are you a golfer at all?
Okay, so
She's like,
I
hold
golfed
on.
in high school.
Amazing.
But I really was only on the team because they needed another girl.
Hey.
And so I love to drive that golf cart around.
That's
and have fun.
right.
But I do have golf clubs, 2 sets. So I'll have to practice.
You might see Charly
and maybe
there.
do that. Yeah, you might see me there. I would love to go. I might just not do very good, but I would definitely love to support
That's right.
the cause. So
I
that's
love
all
it.
that matters there. So is there a song that you have that you wished more people paid attention to, like in your catalog? Because I know for me there definitely are that are so personal to me.
Yes.
So are there any that stick out to you that you wish your fans paid more attention to?
Man, that's such a great question. I love that. Yeah, actually, the first one that comes to mind is a song called Somebody Else.
Okay.
And I just think it's a very unique take on a love song, because it's kind of about, it's about like your partner being not like the most romantic person, right? They don't just show up with flowers or leave you notes all the time, but they step up for you in ways that you can sometimes overlook. And so like that's kind of the whole chorus is like, somebody else might buy me more flowers or give me more hours and do all the things you can't do, but somebody else ain't you, because it's like, you know me. My husband knows me better than anyone. He knows when I need his support and when to like step back and like give me my moment. And like, he does it so seamlessly, I don't notice it's even happening, you know? And so I love that song. And I just think that if you're married to or with a person that's like that, that's not an overly emotional person just on paper, I think it's just such a, like, the ones that get it, you know?
For sure, yeah. But, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Did you have another one? Because I know you said first one.
Oh, yeah.
If not, that's okay.
No, yeah. Girl, I have 1,000.
All of them, right?
Yeah,
like, just
right?
listen to all of them.
I would say the other one is, and it gets attention, but I still think there's still people that could hear it and should hear it, and that is Too Much and Not Enough. Nice. So that was like the last song on the record, but it's the truest to my heart song that I've ever written.
Yeah.
Because it's basically about my biggest insecurities, which is, I love that I have a big, vivacious personality, but also it can sometimes be too much for people, and I know that. And so that self-awareness kind of has this like strange cycle of like, where it's like, okay, I'm being myself, now I'm trying to be less of myself, but when I'm less of myself, you can tell, it's like this it's like this weird cycle where the best part of you is the worst part of you, and
I love that.
And I think that it's just I love that the song doesn't resolve, it doesn't have some answer at the end that's like, yay, and now I'm figured it out. It's like, no, I don't have it figured out. I still do struggle with being too much and not enough. I'm like trying to find my place in the world, and
because you want to be yourself, but
that's right,
and then not pull back
that's
from
right
yourself, but
exactly.
And
I think so many people in our line of work especially relate to that of going, okay, what's too much, but also you're telling me you want me to be authentic. Well, this is authentically who I am. You know?
Exactly. No, I love that. Yeah, because especially like you said, in the industry, you don't ever want to be like too much of anything. That's right. Really.
That's right.
Also, like you said, like, gotta just be who you are.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, keep it real.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna go into a quick like Q&A section. Some of these I ask like to most of the guests on this season, so just kind of getting all your answers.
I love it.
Well, you already kind of answered one, but do you remember your first gig, which was the Martina one, right?
Well, I guess I would say my first ever gig, though, I was definitely underage, and I sang at a bar in Nashville called a bar in Lexington, Kentucky called Austin City Saloon.
Oh, fun.
Austin City Saloon. I think so.
Okay.
But it was so funny because I had to like stay downstairs in the basement until it was time to sing because I was not legally allowed to be there.
Yeah.
Because it was a 21 and up bar.
Isn't that so weird?
Hilarious.
Oh my God.
Always one of my favorite like just stories.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. What is your sound DNA? And we kind of maybe answer this too, but just the people that you feel have influenced your music.
Heck yes, I love that. Definitely the women of the 90s, they shine through, I think, a lot. And as far as 90s country specifically, they come through a lot. But also, I grew up on Taylor Swift. And so I feel like my songwriting probably trends a little more towards that very conversational way of writing that she has. But I love pop music. I love Sabrina Carpenter, now Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande. I love those type of artists. And so I do think there's always going to be like, my music's always going to be pop country, whether that's what's popular in country at the moment or not. Yeah. That's just going to be, it's going to be part of what I do.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. I mean, that's kind of who you are, like, and what you grew up on, what you said. So I love that. What are some tour essentials that you bring on the road?
I have to have my Kindle now. I used to be like a hardback book girl, but the Kindle's much more convenient.
For sure.
So that's something. I still take out my like, what do they call it? Nebulizer. It's like like the vocal mist. Yeah, the vocal mist thing is good. that plus like I take all the vocal things.
Yep, same.
Like everything you could possibly ever need
Yes.
for your voice to go out, you know, from throat sprays to halls to the vocal mister to, you know, I try to take, I'm not super consistent with it, but I try to take out the little, I have like a mini humidifier that you can use. You can put a water bottle on. Those are really nice.
Yeah.
So it's like just anything to like keep my throat, you know, in a good place, and then just tons of water while I'm out on the road.
I don't think people realize like how much work we do for our voices, like behind the scenes. That
I used to drink a lot more when I was out on the road than I do now.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, she still likes to have her beverages.
Yes.
But like, I pretty much now, I don't really drink much until the last show.
Yep.
The last show of the weekend. After that, then I'm like, okay, cool, now we can have some drinks. But like, I just had a couple situations where like I blew my voice out because it was so tired and dehydrated and all that. Yeah. And I was like, for what?
I know. Well, and it can get dehydrated so fast.
Yeah.
So it's
so I'm like, never mind.
I'm
We're
the
just gonna
same
drink
way.
water.
Yep,
Yeah.
Same. I know people before shows or at shows are like, can I buy you a drink? I'm like, no, actually.
My poor band gets given so many drinks because I'm like, yes, thank you
Here
so
you go.
much.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yes. Give it to the band. Give it to the band.
Yeah.
What are some set list staples for you at every show? It can be a cover or one of your songs.
I mean, I can't seem to get myself to not do You're Still the One. That's a big cover
so
for me.
Good. Yeah.
I've done it for like, I guess probably years at this point.
Yeah.
And another good cover that I love is Better Dig 2 by the band Perry.
That is a great song.
It still slaps.
Yes,
it's
it does.
so good.
It does.
It's
the
so
band Perry
good.
was so good.
Oh, yeah.
We need them. We need them
and
back.
then as far as personal, like my songs, Us is kind of the quintessential Hannah Ellis song to me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like, if you know me for anything, you probably know me for that. And also, I think it encapsulates who I am as a person and my artistry so well. That and Wine Country.
Yeah,
kind of.
I love
in
Wine
tandem.
Country.
Yeah,
that's a great song.
Those are like the two sides of my personality. Like, this is me in love, and this is me in my like element.
Yes. Also, shout out to Emma Lily Winery for
yes,
Wine Country. I love them so much.
We love them. We love you, Emma Lily.
Yes, they talked so highly of you when we were there. They love you so much.
And their wine is like
it's the
so
best.
good. It's elite. It's elite.
It really is. It is the best. Okay, so these are the two random questions on there. But what is like your guilty pleasure TV show? Or your go-to?
I would say guilty pleasure. I'm gonna say probably Bridgerton.
So good.
Yeah, Bridgerton, because that's like a show that like Nick doesn't watch with me. So I have to like find my own time to watch Bridgerton.
Yes.
Yeah.
They need to stop making us wait so long
I know.
for the next season
One
every
to
time.
the next. I know.
And then what is your comfort food?
Pizza. Pizza's
So
probably
good.
my number one.
What's the toppings?
That or French fries. Those are
yeah.
that's pretty close right there.
Yep, I'm with you on both of those. Do you
Yeah.
have like a favorite topping on
Yes,
pizza?
I do. I absolutely do. My ultimate pizza is pepperoni, obviously cheese, pepperoni, hot honey, banana peppers, and jalapeno.
Yum. So you like spice then?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That
Now it
sounds
doesn't
really
have to.
good.
The honey doesn't have to be hot, but like
It
you
makes
can
it better.
kind of get. They have that at Emmy Squared has one. Tenfold in Town has one. That's pretty similar.
Yes,
to that.
I like Emmy Squared's Hawaiian with the hot honey on it. It's
Theirs
so
is
good.
so good.
They're
Now I
like
need
probably
pizza.
my favorite pizza
Yeah.
in town, I have to say.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're really good. Okay, we're going to do a little this or that section,
Love it.
so kind of quick. Text or call?
Ooh, lately I've been more call.
All right, that's
Lately.
good. I feel
Lately.
like classic or modern country? The classic can be your version of classic.
I'm gonna go classic.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
classic
90s.
meaning the 90s.
Yes,
That's
yes.
classic at this point.
It is. It honestly is.
Crazy.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Co-write or solo?
Co-write.
Yeah.
She's a collaborator. At her
Same.
core.
Same. Gold or silver jewelry?
Gold.
Dress up or dress down?
Ooh,
Just on a random day.
I'd probably dress up.
Nice.
I like to it changes the trajectory of my day. Don't
Yeah.
worry, I love to be ugly. Like I love to just like
Same.
yesterday was like an ugly day for me. Like
Me
she
too.
just like looked like a foot. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
But like I
That's so
love
funny.
dressing up. It like I feel like I do more in the day.
For sure. Well, your fit right now is amazing. So very glad you dressed up today because it looks so good.
Thank you.
Cook or go out to eat?
Probably cook.
Yeah. Yep. I could have guessed that for you. Okay. So the last section of the podcast that we do is the Hey Char section. So how I came up with the title of this podcast is I did like a Hey Char series on Instagram and TikTok. But so I'm going to give you a word and just sing the first song that comes to your head with that word in it. So we'll start with wine.
I like my wine country, boots muddy, a little California and Kentucky.
Yes, so good. Blue.
Ooh, looks good on the sky.
So good.
Looks good on that neon buzzing on the wall, but darling, it don't match your eyes.
So good.
That's such a good
I
one.
love that song. Keith is so good.
Yeah.
Boots.
Gosh, there's so many good
I
boot
know.
songs. Literally just 4 popped into my head. I mean, the first one though was I'm going out in my boots this morning. Sat at home and got drunk last night. It's hardy. I can't think of all the words, but
no, so good.
So good.
It is hard. It's hard to think of just one with that one. Rumor.
I woke up in my boots this morning. That's
Oh
right.
yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
I woke up in my. No, I know.
Is that
That's all. I
wrong
needed to
side
work
of
it
the
out of
truck?
my. I
No.
need to work it out of my head.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
It's the prequel to Truck Bed.
Yeah, I was gonna say I definitely have heard that.
Yeah.
Rumor.
There's a rumor going round about me and you.
Another great song.
That's so good.
Middle.
Baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle?
So good.
So good. I did
Okay.
a cover of that years ago.
Oh, really? I love that song.
It's
Great
so
song. Okay, last one is Enough.
'Cause I'm too much and not enough.
So good. I didn't even put that. I didn't even
No, it
think
just
of.
hap- it
yeah,
just-
it
I
just
love it.
happened.
That's what we love.
It
A happy
happened.
accident.
Yes, I love it.
I love
Great
that.
job with that. Sometimes it's
Thank
really hard
you.
to think on on the
Dude,
spot.
I will
so.
say I'm kind of like a walking jukebox. I feel like
That's
I just have
awesome.
songs like bouncing around in my head at all times.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Cool. Thank you so much for hopping on today.
Yes.
We're so happy to have you in here.
This was
and,
awesome.
Just tell them where they can find all of your music.
Yes, you can find me on all the socials / all the places you listen to music. DSP's just Hannah Ellis. On all my socials, it's Hannah Gray Ellis or at Hannah Gray Ellis, and that's GREY.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So come check it out.
Yes.
Come hang out with me.
Yes, you guys, you definitely have to. And obviously, you've heard all the amazing things about Hannah and her new music that is out. So go check her out. So thank you so much for coming on.
Girl. Yeah, absolutely.